Welcome to this 10-minute arm toning workout. We'll be using only our body weight, but with the right transitions, this becomes an effective workout for the entire upper body. This class is perfect for before work or would make the perfect addition to another workout. If you're ready, grab your mat and let's get started. Alright, we're going to start out by taking a few deep breaths before we begin our exercises. So inhale your arms up to the sky with me, and then exhale, lower them down. Let's do 2 more. Deep inhale and exhale. 1 more big inhale up, and this time grab your elbows and see if you can squeeze your shoulder blades and kind of pull your elbows back. And then release your arms up to the sky, and let's start these fist clenches as our first exercise. So slowly open and close your fists, almost kind of like fist pumping. And just continue this movement. You'll slowly start to feel your forearms and wrists get really fatigued. Maybe you get a little bit faster in this movement now. We're strengthening these forearms. Maybe you slowly drop the hands now down towards shoulder level and then back up. And continue this movement slowly. It might get harder to open those fists all the way, but try the best you can to really extend those fingers out long and then back up. Continue this movement, awakening those shoulder blades and those pectoral muscles. Great job, everyone. And let's start flipping those palms now. So we're going to continue these fist pumps, but slowly flip those palms down and up. Continue clenching if you can. And let's take a break. So continue palms up and palms down. We're just going to continue this movement, now giving our wrists a little break from those fist pumps. Your arms might be burning at this point, but try to keep them shoulder level, up and down. And one last one. Great job. And now let's start those fist pumps again. This time we're going to punch our hands forward and then bring them up into those cactus arms, still clenching those fists if you can. And bring back, squeezing those shoulder blades as you do this. Punch forward and then pull it back. Let's do 2 more. Let's punch forward, fists still opening and closing as best as you can. Pull it back, squeezing those shoulder blades. 1 more time, pushing forward and pulling back. Let's give those fists a final squeeze. And then release. And let's take our arms behind our back for a quick stretch forward, opening up that heart to the sky. And release your hands. We're going to come into a tabletop posture for our next exercise. So bring your knees hip distance apart, arms under our shoulders, and we're going to drop our chest and our chin to the mat. We're going to keep our booty popped, and then we're going to send it forward into an upward facing dog before sending it back into child's pose. And we're going to repeat this movement. So drop your chest and your chin to the mat and lift up into upward facing dog, and then back into child's pose. See if you can continue this movement with your breath. When you come up into upward facing dog, you can keep your knees dropped or you can hover them, whichever is most comfortable for you. Inhale into upward facing dog, exhale into child's pose. Send your weight forward, squeezing those shoulder blades. Inhale up into upward dog and send it back. Let's bring it forward again. You can do this. We have 6 more after this one. Send it forward, knees, chest, chin, upward facing dog, and child's pose. Continue this movement with little pausing between each exercise. You'll slowly start to feel your biceps get fatigued and your pectoral muscles from pushing up into that upward facing dog. You can do it. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, child's pose. 1 more. Bring it forward, knees, chest, chin. upward dog, and child's pose. Excellent. Rest here a moment. Can come up into tabletop posture as we prepare for our next exercise. We're not pausing too much between these exercises. We're going to come up into side plank and do a windmill of the arms. So drop it over to your right. Feel free to drop that knee if it's a little bit easier for you as a modification. And sweep your other arm over. So drop over to the right, windmill that arm, and then to the left. Let's continue this movement with each arm, keeping your core active and those glutes engaged. We're dropping over to the outside of one foot and then over to the other side. All right, 6 more with each arm. Sweep it over. And then 5, 4, great job. Keep that core active. 3, you're gonna be sore. 2, getting tired. And 1 final one, make it strong. And then release back down. Excellent job. And let's send it back into child's pose for a quick rest. If you need to pause the video at all, please feel free to do so in between exercises. But when you're ready, send it up into downward facing dog. We're going to slowly bend those knees and round vertebrae by vertebrae into chaturanga. And then we're going to do 1 push-up and then send our hips back, knees bent. And then use that power in your legs to push yourself forward again into chaturanga and back. This is a great exercise that works our biceps, our triceps, our pectoral muscles, and even those rhomboids, so those muscles in between your shoulder blades. If you're starting to feel fatigued, please feel free to drop to your knees. And remember in chaturanga to keep those elbows tucked towards your body and keep those arms at a 90-degree angle. All right, let's do 3 more. Push it back, round vertebrae by vertebrae, chaturanga, and back up. 2 more. Push up, send your way back, and last one. Push that mat away and then send your weight back. Great job. Rest in downward facing dog for a moment. Let's take a deep breath. And now we're going to drop to our forearms into a dolphin posture. Maybe walk those toes in just a bit if you can. We're going to bend those knees like in our last exercise. And this time we're going to send it forward into a dolphin push-up. So bend those knees and then straighten them as you pull your shoulders forward above your wrists. Send your weight back before springing forward again, bringing your gaze between your fingertips as you come forward. So not only are we toning our shoulders and triceps, but we also get the added benefit of working our core and lower body with this exercise. Let's do 3 more. Send your weight forward and back, bending those knees, spring forward. Let's do 1 final one. Push forward and then slowly drop those knees to the mat. Let's send it forward into an extended puppy pose, really opening up those shoulders. Resting your frontal lobe on the mat, chest dropping with the weight of gravity, allowing your heart rate to come down. Maybe you bring your palms together and bend those elbows, bringing those hands behind the neck. Just allowing your breathing to return to normal. Let's release our arms at this time and come into a child's pose for our final resting pose. Maybe you rest your arms beside the body instead of out front. And just allow your attention to return to your breath. Be proud of what you have accomplished in today's class, no matter if you made it through the whole thing or not. You showed up for yourself. And that's what's most important. And let's slowly start awakening the body again and slowly rise up into a seated posture. I just wanted to thank you all for joining me on the mat today. Let's take a deep inhale, arms up to the sky, palms together, and then slowly lower down to heart center. Thank you for showing up and giving it your all today. Namaste.